pass, rolling to his right. They throw it, the in route to Tanner. Steck makes the catch. Steck dives for the pylon. Touchdown!
Up by the Nuggets, and an attack. That'll go for a kill from Anasteer.
Lamar looks for a block, makes a man miss at the 5. End zone touchdown, Swirls. Sets up middle. Jensen for the exclamation point kill.
30, the 20, the 15, the 10, and an 85-yard touchdown run for Landon Olsen.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Tuesday evening from Lisbon. It's Region 1 Volleyball tonight here on yourliveevent.com, featuring the visiting Kindred Vikings with a mark of 15-19 on the season, 3-5 in Region 1 play, going up against the hometown Lisbon Broncos, who are 12-16 on this season and also 3-5 here in the region. With the win for either team tonight could be large in terms of hosting a Region 1 play-in match on November the 3rd, and even potentially moving up from an 8 seed to 7 or 6, barring how you close out the end of the season. A loss doesn't necessarily mean you can't host. It just means it'll be a little bit more difficult with the teams that are in front of you. The Vikings head coach by Karina Ashburn, the Broncos head coach by Megan Johnson. And this is a pregame report here tonight from Lisbon. Taking a look back at the Vikings. They lost against Weimar Lidgerwood last week on Tuesday after sweeping Hatton Northwood on the road on Monday. They lost in 4 against the Warbirds and lost in 3 in a tight affair against the Hankinson Pirates last out on Thursday. After tonight for the Vikings, they will host Central Cass on Tuesday on your live event, then travel to Oak Grove on October the 30th to close out the regular season. While on the opposite side for the Lisbon Broncos, they're coming off of a week with back-to-back wins, sweeping their rival in the Enderlin Eagles a week ago tonight, then also taking down the Cardinals of Ellendale on Thursday in 4 sets. For the Broncos. After tonight for Lisbon, their task doesn't get any easier with a ranked Northern Cass club. They will play a week from tonight in Hunter against the Jags, and they close out this season at Sargent County on October the 27th. Still to come on our pregame report, we'll take a look at other matches going on across Region 1 Volleyball tonight. Everyone in action except Sargent County and Weimar Lidgerwood, and after tonight, everyone will have played 9 of their 11 Region 1 matches. We'll also take a look at the Region 1 standings, but first we'll hear from both head coaches. First up, Karina Ashburn for the Kindred Vikings, then we'll be joined by Megan Johnson for the Lisbon Broncos. That's all ahead of the starting lineups and the opening serve here tonight in Lisbon. I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Region 1 Volleyball here on yourliveevent.com.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
Don't just watch today's game, immerse yourself in it with new furniture from Lee at the Furniture Mart in Fargo. Get the ultimate fusion of styles with unmatched comfort, all at the best prices. We are now offering up to 5 years no-interest financing. So you can now get the furniture you want at the best prices with low monthly no-interest payments. The next time you need furniture, come see Lee at the Furniture Mart in Fargo. Make sure to ask for Lee for your live event discount.
I'm Mandy Latour. I'm confident in the game, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
It's the Kindred Vikings and the Lisbon Broncos here tonight from Lisbon for Region 1 Volleyball. Joining us now, Karina Ashburn here for Kindred. And Karina, last time I saw you on Thursday, I know you said we wanted to start fast, and you were able to do that against Hankinson in set 1 and set 2, but you saw the Pirates come back on a couple big runs in the first and second to eventually take a very tight 3-setter in Kindred on Thursday night. So between then and now, what have you kind of talked about with your club going up against the Broncos here this evening, Karina?
We've talked about finishing. You know, we did start really strong on sets 1 and 2 that night, and so making sure that we're able to finish and push through tired is something big for us, and making sure that we're not playing to not lose. We're playing with that confidence and knowing that we can win a game. So.
And you're going up against an equally really good hitter in Kyra Heckrell. I know they got Hoffer. They can put a big block at the net. So what's going to be a challenge here this evening against the Megan Johnson coached Lisbon Bronco team?
Making sure that we can work around our blocks is going to be huge, and finding the open spots on the floor, and then just making sure that we're playing all-out defense. You know, there's really no excuse for that ball to drop because of miscommunication, so making sure that we're putting our best effort out there and making sure that we're communicating and giving strong energy.
When you see Avery, when you see Jansen both getting some pretty good attacks of the net, how can that carry a Kindred Viking volleyball team in a match like this with those two particularly?
They definitely carry some punch there when they're swinging, so it's always a good time when they're able to swing and have those good aggressive swings, and it really kind of just boosts our morale out on the floor. So them being able to push through and have those confident swings just gives us a lot of energy and helps us create momentum out on the floor.
Final thing for you here, Karina, what do you want to see from your team? Because we were kind of joking, you got this game, you got Central Cass, you got Oak Grove. It kind of feels like a Region 1 volleyball tournament a little bit, with where everyone's jockeying for position in the seed line. What do you want to see, not just tonight, but to close out the rest of the regular season?
I really just want to see our chemistry and our energy come alive. These girls have a really special bond that I don't think a lot of teams in this region do, and I want them to show everybody what they have, and they've got some great things going for them. It's just a matter of it's coming together and them all working and making everybody believe that they can.
Karina, thanks so much for your time as always, and best of luck tonight here against the Broncos.
Thank you.
Coach Ashburn with us here for the Kindred Vikings. We'll continue on our pregame show after this.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance, Lance Gullison Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let the staff at Lance Gullison Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon or email lance.gullison@fumic.com.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
As we continue on our pregame show here tonight from Lisbon, it's the Lisbon Broncos and the Kindred Vikings in Region 1 volleyball. Joining us now from Lisbon is Megan Johnson. And Megan, a nice Region 1 rivalry win last week, a week ago here against Sunderland. Then you follow that up with a 4-setter on the road as well with a W against the Ellendale Cardinals. What did you see from your team in 2 victories last week here, Megan?
Yeah, we are getting used to being in those super close games or those comeback games and really pushing out and fighting point for point, and I'm glad we're finally realizing that. Towards the beginning we kind of struggled with it, but I'm glad we're getting it now.
And it's one of those matches too where you look at seeding. You and Kindred are with the same record, so you know how a win could possibly go a long way in possibly hosting them, or at least hosting a play-in match a couple weeks from now. So outside of that, how important, or is it just feel like a normal match, or does it kind of feel like, hey, this is kind of a playoff match kind of going into this tangle with the Vikings?
Yeah, yesterday at practice we didn't want to scare the girls, like to make them think like, oh my gosh, we actually have to win today. But we just kind of put it in the back of their minds like, hey, again, it's another game. This means a little bit more than most, but it's nothing new. It's same old team. We're going out. We're doing the best we can.
What have you seen from Kendra different that you liked through the last couple weeks of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. She has switched from being our libero to playing all the way around front row, which I know can be difficult, but I mean, she's adapted super well. We're going to kind of test her again tonight. Maybe she'll play some front row again, and maybe she'll go back to libero, but I love that she'll just go with the flow and go wherever I ask her to go, and she does great at it.
And someone else, too, that's a senior that maybe doesn't get as much notoriety, Jillian Hughes this year. She's came up in big spots at different times. She might get different spot opportunities, but her just maturation and kind of involvement within the program, what have you liked from her this season?
Oh, yeah, she's so, willing to learn. Like, you tell her something, and she's got it. Like, she knows what to do the moment you tell her, and she will do that throughout the rest of the match. So having someone that's easily changeable is really nice, especially on that right side, blocking some of those big outsides.
Final thing for you, Megan, before you let you go, when you take a look at this matchup, what's the one thing you need to do well here tonight against the Kindred Vikings from your point of view to come out on top with a victory?
Yeah, we watched film on them a little bit, and their outsides are pretty big swings. Just trying to find those deep corners where they're open and put the ball where they're not.
Megan, thanks so much, and best of luck here against the Vikings.
Thank you.
Megan Johnson, head coach for the Lisbon Broncos, will continue on our pregame show after this.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Welcome to the shift, Viking Nation. New merch, new designs. The Viking Booster Club has options for him, her, and all the kids. Let's go, Vikings. Get outfitted for the new year. Refresh your favorites from top to bottom. If the flag is flying, the ship is open for business. Carhartt nips are back in stock, plus new lids. Find the merch. Get the gear.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us. Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
Our pregame show continues here as the bottom of the hour will get closer to the first serve in the starting lineups. I'm Chase Miller alongside Lincoln and Aaron. Thank you for tuning in to our pregame report where we heard from both of the coaches. Now let's take a look at some of your out-of-town region matchups. Also tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com, it's Tri-State going up against the Central Cass Squirrels. Hankinson and Maple River in the first set. Maple River leads 9-7 in set number one, while for the Tri-State Tigers and the Central Cass Squirrels, the Squirrels lead at 16-7 in set number one. We'll keep you apprised of the out-of-town scoreboard. Also this evening, you have Northern Cass at Richland, and Enderlin makes their way to downtown Fargo for a match with the Grovers of Fargo Oak Grove. Region 1 standings look like this. Northern Cass sits at number one. Here for the Jags, after tonight, they will have Lisbon and Hankinson left on their schedule. They do own the game in hand over Wymer Lidgerwood, who is 8-1 on the season in second. Fargo Oak Grove is third at 6-2, then a half game behind them as Sargent County at 6-3. Hankinson Maple River is a very large contest tonight in Hankinson because the Pirates and the Raiders are 5-3. So the winner not only owns the head-to-head, but can possibly sneak in as a top 4 seed if they take care of business, and Sargent County falters just one match and they were to win out moving forward, whether it's the Raiders or the Pirates. But regardless, still also a large in terms of trying to be a top 5 seed. Central Cass currently in 7th at 4-4. They will be tied with the loser of Maple River and Hankinson tonight. The Squirrels beat Maple River and they beat Hankinson, so that even makes that Pirates-Raiders game even more larger, because if you lose, you're not just going to 6th, you're going all the way to 7th in the Region 1 standings. Kindred and Lisbon at 3-5. They still have a chance to move on up. The Lisbon Broncos, they have the Warbirds and Sargent County Bulldogs, a couple rivals, and also some really good teams. While for the Kindred Vikings, same thing, iron sharpens iron. They will host the Central Cass Squirrels in a region contest on Tuesday, and if they could win here tonight and beat the Squirrels, all of a sudden you go from an 8 seed to a 7, maybe even a little bit higher as you close off the season with Fargo Oak Grove if you're a Kindred fan. Well, for the Lisbon Broncos, again, they're 3-5. This is their final home game of the regular season. They would love nothing more than to beat the Vikings, then potentially host the Vikings. This could very well easily be a region play-in matchup on Friday, November the 3rd. Tri-State is 9th at 1-7, then Enderlin and Richland, they're both 0-8 respectively in the region. So that again is the Region 1 standings. We'll keep you apprised of all the matches going on here tonight and what the region standings will look like as we get into the middle of the week. We'll come back after this with the starting lineups and the opening serve from Lisbon. It's the Vikings and the Broncos for Region 1 Volleyball on YourLiveEvent.com.
Don't just watch today's game, immerse yourself in it with new furniture from Lee at the Furniture Mart in Fargo. Get the ultimate fusion of styles with unmatched comfort, all at the best prices. We are now offering up to 5 years no-interest financing. So you can now get the furniture you want at the best prices with low monthly no-interest payments. The next time you need furniture, come see Lee at the Furniture Mart in Fargo. Make sure to ask for Lee for your live event discount.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com. MLGC offers ultra-high-speed broadband, streaming TV, telephone, advanced business services, and commercial-grade video surveillance services. MLGC has a goal to continue to deliver future technologies that make rural communities in North Dakota vibrant places in which to live and do business in. They're your local provider who prides itself on its unmatched customer service with a small-town touch. MLGC has offices in Enderlin, Cooperstown, and Kindred. For more info, go to mlgc.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
As we get ready for the starting lineups, we'll start with the visitors on the scoreboard. That is the Kindred Vikings going up against the hometown Lisbon Broncos. Kindred head coach by Karina Ashburn with a mark of 3-5 in Region 1, 15-19 here on the season. After a 1-2 week, they're looking to get things going here with a victory here this evening. Jansen Jordan, a senior at 5'7". You also have Leah Rowland, a libero here at 5'5". From there, here for the Vikings, Kenny Bacco, a 5'11" middle hitter. Cassidy Murphy, a 5'8" senior. From there, Ava Spellhog, a senior setter at 5'4". Also in the starting lineup for Coach Ashburn is Tess Warbeck, a senior at 5'6", and Avery Ammerman, a senior at 5'10", for the middle hitter here for the Vikings. So Jordheim again with Roland, Murphy, Spellhog, Mauk, Rohrbeck, and Ammerman here for Kindred. After tonight, they will host their rival a week from tonight in Kindred in the Squirrels of Central Cass. For the Lisbon Broncos, they'll roll like this at a senior middle hitter. She is Kyra Heckrell. Kaya Sweet, also a senior setter at 5'5" here for Kaya. Congratulations to her with 1,000 career assists and now counting here in her career. McKenna Keller, a senior middle hitter at 5'10". Ella Tui, a senior outside hitter at 5'9". Clarissa Hoffer, a senior middle hitter at 5'10". Also from there, you'll have Kendra Differding, a senior at 5'8", and the libero this evening, a junior, Haley Quall at 5'6". Heckrell, Sweet, Keller, Tui, Hoffer, Quall, and Differding here for the Lisbon Broncos. After tonight for Lisbon, they will travel to Northern Cass on Tuesday for their next contest. The Broncos 12-16, the Vikings again at 15-19. We're back after this with the first serve from Lisbon on your live event.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com. As we take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard here tonight in Castleton, Tri-State and Central Cass. Central Cass takes the first set over the Tri-State Tigers. Hankinson and Maple River going in action tonight in Hankinson in that volleyball match.
It is a 20-20 all contest in the first set between the Pirates and Maple River. Opening serve at 7:34 on a Tuesday night. This one gets hit over on the third by Kennedy Bacco. Lisbon outside. Stepping through on the way there is Tui. Bump outside, tip on the way, blocked at the net, but we might have a net violation, and we do. This will go on the Broncos on the outside. You had Hoffer and Differding there. The opening point will go towards the Kindred Vikings. Service here for Murphy as Cassidy with the Kindred Vikings on the right side of your screen. The Broncos in their white uniforms on the outside. Differding blocked at the net. Good retrieval there by Quall, then a free ball over for Heckrell. Kindred a chance to use it. Spellhog outside. Here comes Jordheim with the kill. Jansen Jordheim with her first kill tonight. The Broncos see themselves down 2-0 early here to the Kindred Vikings. And then Coach Ashburn talked about in our pregame show, you get Jansen, you get Avery, those two in particular. If they can get going, they can bring some energy, not just for themselves, but for the entirety of the team. Hoffer looking to answer, no touch at the net. This will be hit out of play, and the Vikings now with a 3-love advantage. Murphy continues to come to the service line. Here's the Vikings out in their blue uniforms with white numerals and lettering outlined in black. A knuckler into the back to Quall. Heckrell with a free ball over on the third. Spellhog set, middle coming. Bacco off the ribbon. This one will get pushed over by Sweet then on the second. For the Vikings here, able to get it over on the third on the hit by Rohrbeck. Hoffer hits this one into the net, and so far the passing for Lisbon hasn't been up to snuff for Coach Megan Johnson. The Vikings have taken advantage as they're out on a 4-0 run. Service. Hecker on the back right corner. Sweet on the cover. This one at the 10-foot line, able to get over down the line on the shot for the Broncos. Getting the first point here for Lisbon is Jillian Hughes. Hughes and Keller alongside with Hoffer will be some of the names that Lisbon will try to get going in the front of the net when Kyra Heckrell plays all the way around, is in the back row. Roland set outside, Jordheim up and over on the third. Heckrell on the second off the block. Murphy is back there for the dig. Outside again for Jansen. This one down the line for the kill. Jordheim with her second kill to match, and the Kindred Vikings take the lead right back here from the Broncos. Roland, the junior, at 5'5" for the libero this season for Coach Ashburn. First time at the service line here tonight. This will go to the opposite libero and Quall. Outside Heckrell. This one just misses the back end line. Now it's 6-1. And Kyra just kind of floated there through the air for a second on the levitation as Roland continues the service here for the Vikings. High school volleyball tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com. Roland continues. Sweet set outside Heckrell over the double block. That's going to be in for the point right in front of the Viking bench. Heckrell gets her first of the evening, and Lisbon is the place you want to get to in November here for Region 1. On Monday, November the 6th, will be the quarterfinals. We'll have all the matches for you here on YourLiveEvent.com. Fingers crossed there's no rain, snow, sleet, or ice, unlike last season in Enderlin. Jordheim does a good job covering. They got to push it over on the third. They do for the Vikings there with Rohrbeck. Sweet dump kill opportunity, and she got it. Kaya Sweet, good answer here for the Broncos as they trim that deficit now to 3. Region 1 play-in match will be at the higher seed of 5 through 8 on Friday, November the 3rd, and then that Monday will be the quarterfinals until that championship on the Tuesday. This will be unable to get over in 3 as the Broncos are trimming into that deficit now to 2. And then the Fargo this season will be the State A and B volleyball tournament. Service continues by Quall. Spellhog outside. This one will be missing the back left corner there by Rohrbeck. And now the Lisbon Broncos on a little bit of a run. 4 consecutive points for Lisbon and a chance to tie here in set number 1. Quall in the middle. Murphy. Rohrbeck able to get it over on the third. Quickly pushed back by Hughes. Spellhog middle. Avery tip and a good location. That'll be a kill and a side out here for the Vikings. Now it's 7-5. Take a look at some of the history for both teams when it comes to state tournaments and state titles. We'll start with the Vikings. Won state title back in 2012, defeating Langdon in 4 sets. Now 11 years ago, the last time the Vikings made state was in 2016, finishing 4th. Sweet middle, Heckrell joust at the net, won by Avery, and now it's 8-5. Hammerman able to put the block up there, the first one of the evening here for the Vikings, as they will continue to go to the service line here with Greta McKinney. Part of that 6-2 rotation for Kindred. McKinney, good-looking spot to Heckrell on the back, Sweet with the bump. This will go to Keller. Murphy back row with the dig, Rowland with the attack to Quall in the back. Sweet is there for the bump. Tied at the net, hit over by Keller. Rowland with the bump, 10-foot line. Here comes Jensen Jordheim. Quall does a good job keeping it up in the back. Pushed over then by Sweet. Nice location covered by Murphy. The Vikings here with Avery tipping over on the left hand. Here comes Heckrell at the net with the tip and eventually the points. Long rally goes to Lisbon Broncos. For Lisbon, they played in 4 state tournament appearances. They were runners-up in '94 and in 2007. This will be their first service error of the night. Last time the Broncos made it to state, they went there 3 consecutive years in 06, 07, and in 2008 in high school volleyball. Vikings to the service line. Taylor Sanders. Sanders nearly gets the ace, but still a good-looking serve as the passing was off the back, and now it's a 10-6 contest. Broncos trimmed it down to 1 at 6-5, and since then Kindred's had a nice little rally and answer. Sweet with the bump, Heckrell over, and a good location for the point and the kill. This has been the thing when Heckrell's at the front, you know where the volleyball probably more times than not is going, but they can use her as a decoy as well, particularly on that slide play, as Heckrell will go to the service line here for the Broncos. Running jump serve, Murphy in the back. This one will come set middle. Murphy with the attack, up and over, and says, well, Kyra, if you're going to make a good-looking spot on a nice hit, I'll do the same. Get the side out here for the Vikings. Kindred with 3 different players with at least 1 kill in the first set. Amrin to the service line. Quall, this will go off her hands. Lisbon with Heckrell gets it over on the third after a good hustle play there by Differding. Vikings back set off the block for the kill. Bring 'em Monk with her first kill of the match. Now it's a 12-7 contest. Match is the largest lead here of set number 1 for Kindred at 5. Still to come in between sets. We'll get to our Olsen Accounting set recap here. And a big right-handed swing for Kindred with the middle hitter with Kennedy Bacco, as that one was served up on a silver platter. 13-7 here for Kindred. Vikings back to the service line. Quala's there in the back. Heckrell able to get it over on the third. Hammerman set up middle. McKinney. Bacco off the block. Qual does a good job keeping it alive. Outside Tui unable to get over the net. Megan Johnson might need a timeout. She does. We'll break with them. Timeout on the floor, brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance. The Vikings lead it by 7.
At Olsen Accounting, they tackle it all with a variety of services to help your business, from payroll, audit, strategic planning, and taxes. Plus, they'll protect your individual financial and retirement planning like an offensive line working together to protect the quarterback on the field. Let the team at Olsen Accounting help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsencpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olsen Accounting of Lisbon.
Timeout here on YourLiveEvent.com, brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Let Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency handle your requests, whether it's banking to insurance. For more information, go online to KindredStateBank.com. That again is KindredStateBank.com. Chase Miller, Lincoln Adair with you here from Lisbon. As the Kindred Vikings right now up on that scoreboard, doubling up the Lisbon Broncos here this evening. Hammerman back to service line. That'll be Kindred's first service error of the night. Well, Lisbon with some work to do in front of them. Well, for the Vikings, you want to put this Bronco club away here in the first. McKenna Keller comes to the line. Rolling with the cover, and then Murphy on a free ball. Hits it short. Sweet set up middle. Hoffer blocked at the net. Sweet keeps it going, but that block there by Murphy and Bacco with a tandem block, and it looks like Cassidy Murphy got that one here for the Vikings. Something that both coaches alluded to in talking with Karina Ashburn, saying we got to know where Lisbon's block's at, but at the same point, if we can put up a good front just like that, that'll help them moving forward throughout this game and hoping to carry over throughout the rest of the season. Lisbon, Sweet coming across there is Hoffer on that slide. Spellhawks set up outside. Murphy off the block there with Clarissa. Sweet set up. Here goes Tui off the top of the block. Good job by Taylor keeping that one up. Murphy with the attack line just gets it across. Tui with a dig. Into the back now is Heckrell. Rolling. Kindred. Free ball over on the third by Murphy. Dug up by Differding. Passed in the back row. Heckrell, and that one just hit the red line here for Kyra. That one was either not going to miss by much or not be in by much. Regardless, Heckrell with her fourth kill to lead the floor here for the Broncos. Service upcoming here for Lisbon with Kaya Sweet. And the Broncos will give it right back. Second service error here of the evening for Lisbon. Kindred leads it 16-9 here as Murphy goes back to the service line. Had a nice little run the last time she was at the service line for the team clad in blue. Broncos, here goes Hoffer, cross court, that'll be the kill. Gives Sweet the assist. Clarissa with her first kill of the night. Now the Broncos have 4 different players with at least 1 kill here for Lisbon in the first. Seeing Clarissa come across on that slide and be effective throughout the season, and right there, effective tonight. Spellhawks set up, Jansen Jordheim into the net. Broncos with back-to-back points. Kindred leads it by 5 here in set number 1, 9 away from taking the first set. Megan Johnson with 1 timeout so far for the Broncos. Coach Ashburn has both in her back pocket. For Kindred, this is reminiscent to what they were able to do on Thursday at home against Hankinson. They had really good starts in both the first and the second set, only to see the Pirates come back and essentially steal them at home. And that's one thing Coach Ashburn said, you know, during that time, October 6th through the 12th, they played 10 volleyball matches, and the team just kind of ran out a little steam with that match with Hankinson. Tight here for Spellhog, unable to play that one off the net. And the Lisbon Broncos back within 4. School volleyball tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com, as we're just a couple of weeks away from that postseason in volleyball. Playoff football starts this weekend. Avery going to be blocked at the net. There's McKenna Keller for her first of the evening. 3 straight points here from the Broncos. Service will continue with the junior Quall into the net. Lisbon with their 4th service error, and Kindred will get it right back. Vikings will host Harvey Wells County on Saturday on YourLiveEvent.com for playoff football. In a first-round matchup in Class A for Lisbon, they make the trek up north to Langdon area Edmore Munich for kickoff in the opening round. Sweet Heckrell. This one will be in there for the points. Kyra Heckrell just comes from that back row and just hammers it with that right hand set up there by Kaya Service. Here for Lisbon will be Kendra Differding. Rolling. Lisbon. Where will they see the hit coming here? That'll be by Jordheim. Broncos with Tui. Good spot, but out of play in front of the Kindred bench, and the Vikings get the side up. Service upcoming here for Kindred as Taylor Sanders will come up to the service line. Both teams again 3-5 in Region 1 play. Sanders with the first ace of the night. That one might have scraped the top of that ribbon. But Taylor gets the first ace of the evening here for the Vikings. Another serve, does it again, back-to-back spots. Once is nice, twice is better here, and Megan Johnson needs another timeout. On the floor, it's the Vikings up by 6.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Hey fans, a reminder, the Lost in the Valley Corn Maze and Pumpkin Patch runs Fridays through Sundays until October the 29th at the Red River Valley Fairgrounds in West Fargo. There's new activities this year, from a jumping pillow, a trike track, playground, and great photo opportunities for fall photos and more. For more information or to get your tickets, go online to redrivervalleyfair.com. That is redrivervalleyfair.com for the Lost in the Valley Corn Maze and Pumpkin Patch. Lisbon, after the timeout, Heckrell over on the third. Vikings with Roland on the bump. This one going to get pushed. Good spot here for the Vikings with Mauk, and then Heckrell hits one in the net. Kindred, after the timeout by Lisbon, earns the points as Sanders comes back on to serve. Broncos with Sweet, hit over on the third by Keller. McKenney set up Avery, tip, and that's going to just miss the far side. Didn't miss by much. We've seen Avery use that once before with that tip. Good spot, good location, as Heckrell will go to the service line. Rolling, good dig. McKenney set up. Here goes Murphy trying to punch it over with her right hand. And the Broncos back within 5. We've kind of seen this teeter-totter of a game where Lisbon sees Kindred get 4 or 5 points. Broncos come back for 2 for 3. Then Kindred is able to answer. And this will be a point here for Lisbon with Heckrell. So 22-15 now, trimmed to 22-18 quickly as Heckrell will look for another potential ace opportunity. This one will be out of play. Vikings 2 points away from taking the first. Well, teams at the Region 1 Volleyball again on Tuesday. Then you got the state cross-country regionals and the state tournament. That'll be upcoming the next couple weekends. The East Regional will be in Cooperstown, and state, this is going to be in there. Sweet gets it over on the second. Just a really good spot for the point here for the Broncos. Cooperstown again will be on Saturday. Coach Josh Roberts and the Vikings boys cross-country team, they look to make some hay this year. They were second in the latest coaches poll. Tui over on the third. Roland has to cover, does. Baco then able to get that one across on the third. Sweet coming to Hoffer here, cross court. And this one will be out of play, or was there touch? No touch at the net. Point is awarded here to Kindred, as now they will have a set point opportunity. So make a couple of substitutions as coming down the front row here will be Tess Rohrback. Service will be with Spellhog. Set point here for the Vikings in the first. Heckrell, Sweet outside Hoffer, and this one will be out of play. No touch, and the first set goes to the visiting Vikings, 25-19. We're back with our set recap next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
RDK Enterprises is searching for candidates to fill multiple positions. These customer-facing positions require a high level of organization, workflow management skills, the ability to work with and lead others, problem-solving skills, and the drive to deliver an outstanding customer experience. Available positions include shop foreman and service technician. Compensation package based on experience. If interested in joining our team, upload your resume at planterdoc.com.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
As we come back, we'll get to our set recap here, brought to you in part by Olson Accounting in Lisbon. If you need help with your monthly accounting or payroll, let Cindy and her staff get in touch with you. You can rely on the friendly team of professionals at Olson Accounting for all your tax and accounting needs. Go to colsoncpa.com. That again is colsoncpa.com. In the first, and Jansen Jordheim with a couple of kills. Baco, Murphy, Malkin Ammerman also with 1. Sanders with 2 aces, Murphy and Avery Ammerman with a couple of blocks. Lisbon led by the 5 kills of Heckrell, 2 by Sweet. Keller with 1 block there for Lisbon. Lisbon with 5 service errors. The Kindred Vikings, they had 2. First set again, 25-19. Kindred, your out-of-town scoreboard. Central Cass wins the first over Tri-State, but their nip and tuck, it was 22-20 in the second for the Squirrels. Northern Cass right now up 2-love over Richland. Enderlin falling behind the Grovers, 1-0 in the first set. Oak Grove was up in the second set at 10-7, and Hankinson leads 1-0 over Maple River. They are currently up in the second set. Latest score that we saw was 15-6. So that is your out-of-town scoreboard also here in the Region 1 standings. As we get set here for this second, Spellhog serves it up to the outside. Here goes Hoffer, end line for the kill. Clarissa Hoffer here with the point, and the Broncos take the first point here of the second. First lead that the Broncos have played with after Kindred led wire to wire in that first. Saw Lisbon get close within 1, but could never tie it up. To the outside, Baco with a good-looking spot down the line. Kennedy with her second kill, and it's a 1-all contest. As the Vikings will continue to get to the service line here, as they will go with Murphy. Cassidy just off the ribbon for the ace. Third ace of the evening here for Kindred, as they will take the early edge now here in the second. Murphy back to line, hits the ribbon again. This time Heckrell plays it. Dump kill opportunity for Sweet, covered by Rowland. Hit outside Jordheim for the kill. Jansen with her third. Nice little quick offense here for the Kindred Vikings as well to make it a 3-1 contest. Give Ava the assist. Service will continue here for Murphy. Qual, or make that now Differding, playing that libero spot, as this one will be pushed by Heckrell. Outside, tight at the net there, hit by Rohrbeck. Back over, Murphy covers, back left corner, Vikings. Jordheim for the kill. Jansen now with 4 to lead the floor here for Kindred, as they take a 3-1 advantage. Service coming for Kindred. And this was a deflection. It was. You had both Tui and Differding there. That's going to be another ace here for Murphy. And it's a 5-1 contest. Megan Johnson said that we might see the libero spot change out a little bit with Qual and with Differding. And that is exactly what we're seeing here in the second. Hoffer with a free ball over on the third. Vikings, where will they go? Spellhog set outside. Jordheim off the top of the block. Tui's there to try to keep it alive, but unable to do so. And after the opening point, went to Lisbon with a Hoffer kill. It's been 6 straight points here for Kindred. Back-to-back sets that the Vikings have had a 6-1 edge over the Broncos here in Lisbon. Murphy with Differding in the back row. Sweet set. Here goes Hughes over on the third. Viking Spellhog back set. Rohrbeck gets the top of the ribbon, and was it touched? It was for the point. Now it's 7-1 Kindred. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. We'll break as well. Vikings on a 7-0 run here in the second on your live event.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Time on the floor brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. You can call Jim, you can call Josh, and the crew at Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency throughout the week. From banking to insurance, go online to kindredstatebank.com or again, stop on by in the business district in Kindred. Chase Miller alongside Lincoln Adair. It's Region 1 Volleyball here on yourliveevent.com, and a match that is so far 28 minutes old. After the timeout, Murphy back to service line. Tui is there. Broncos dump kill opportunity by Sweet, covered here by Kindred. Back set, Rohrbeck. Differning gets this one. Jordheim looking to finish it away, and she does. It's now 8-1 Kindred. Tell you what, the Vikings have owned the net here a little bit. They've owned the service line, and they've been able to continue to have some pretty quick passing when it comes to their side of the volleyball court. Broncos, Hoffer, back left. Rohrbeck is there. Vikings. Jordheim into the net. Lisbon gets the side out here and back to their service line, as they will go with Tui, the 5'9" senior outside hitter. Rolling in the back. Spellhag. Jordheim with the attack. This one will be out of play, and the Broncos with back-to-back points. Serve will continue here for Tui. Roland is there. I'm going to chase this one in the back. Was Bacco over on the third. Lisbon set. Heckroll able to punch that one across. Kindred. Here goes Jordheim with the tip. Heckroll. Now to Hoffer with the right-handed punch. Pushed by Roland. Lisbon. Heckroll again off her back left heel, as the Vikings will handle it outside. Jordheim going to be blocked at the net there by Hoffer. Hoffer will have her first of the evening. It's now 8-4 as the Vikings are doubling up the Broncos. First set went to Kindred 25-19. Rolling bump. Jansen. This one will hit the post here, and the timeout for the Lisbon Broncos. They've got 4 points compared to Kindred's 1 so far. Able to trim this deficit down to 3. Bacco over on the third. Differny is there on the cover. Hoffer able to get it across on the second. Heckroll looking for the finish at the net and does it. And we got a timeout now here for the Kindred Vikings. It's an 8-6 contest. High school volleyball tonight on your live event.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all, from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
So both coaches take an early timeout here in the second set. And they'll have one remaining moving forward. Some stat leaders so far. Heckroll with 6 kills. Jansen Jordheim with 5 in comparison for Kindred. The Vikings with 4 service. Make it 5 service errors for Lisbon. They have yet to have an ace. Kindred with 2 service errors with 4 aces so far here tonight. Vikings, Bacco off the top of the block, covered there by Hoffer. Sweet set up Kyra. Heckroll, this one will be out of play. Kindred will take the point now at 9-6 as Roland will step up to the service line. Tui. Heckroll up and over on the third. Spellhag, Roland. This one is going to be hitting the post again here for Jornheim, and the Broncos back within 2. We'll also have the Region 2 volleyball tournament in November. That'll be in Larimore. Region 2 right now. The question is, in recent years, can someone knock off Coach Strand and the Thompson Tommies? Well, Mayport CG might have that team here this season as Jornheim earns the kill. It's now 10-7. Region 3 always competitive. EKM with a pretty good club. We've seen Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion here in recent years. They able to defeat Central Cass this season, but then they lost to Lisbon about 2 weeks after that. So we've seen some parity throughout Class B volleyball. Heckroll over on the third. This is going to be tight and finished off and slammed here by Lisbon and McKenna Keller. This is the one thing when you talk with coaches on any given night with what this Region 1 is from seeds 9 through 4, and you can even make a case up to 3. And you can put any one of these teams in a blender. Northern Cass and Weimar Lidgewood, as they have been, kind of the prohibitive favorite as Ammerman gets the kill and a set out here for the Vikings. But Sargent County right now playing for a top 4 seed. The same for a Fargo Oak Grove, trying to be a quarterfinal round finalist. Matching up with the Warbirds and then the Jags. Service here for Kindred with Sanders. McKenney tied at the net. Cassidy into the back. That'll be left there by Differding, who sees that one go out of play. Now it's 11-9. Should make things interesting for a volleyball fan or just for sports fans in general once you get to that Region 1 tournament where you feel like Northern Cass and Weimar Lidgewood might be the favorites. But after that, anybody on any given night could really pose a stiff challenge. The Broncos took a set from Weimar Lidgewood earlier this year. As the example, Broncos set up outside Tui into that. The Vikings, they will get challenged as well to finish off the season with Central Cass and scoring off with Fargo Oak Grove before that Region 1 volleyball tournament. Ammerman to the service line, and it'll be their first error here of the second set. As now for Lisbon, McKenna Keller with the serve. Murphy dug up. McKenney. And then you just had both Cassidy and Taylor right there looking to hit it at the same time. Point will be awarded here to Lisbon. Broncos have a chance to tie. We've only had one tie so far here in this match. That was 1-1 in the second. Vikings set middle. Baco off the top of the block. Broncos sweet dump kill opportunity covered there by the aforementioned Baco. Outside Murphy with a miss hit, and we're not at 12. Lisbon took the lead with the first point in the second. Since then, it's been all Kindred, but the Broncos able to come back and tie it up now at 12. Murphy with the attack, back right corner. Sweet back set, Hoffer. Vikings, McKenney, back set coming across. That'll be a point and a kill. Graham Monk give Greta the assist. And the Vikings now lead it by 1. Substitutions as Spellhog will come back on. Also playing the front row here for the Vikings will be Tess Warbett. Service here for Kindred. Heckroll. Sweet 10-foot line outside goes Hoffer. And this one will be out of play. Vikings with back-to-back points after it being tied at 12. Service here for Kindred. That's just a little floater across. Good-looking spot here for the Vikings. That'll be their 5th ace here of the evening. The first one by Ava. Now the Vikings starting to separate themselves a little bit here from the Broncos in this second. Differding with the dig. Hoffer just inside the 10-foot line through the block. Rolling to Murphy, and this one will just miss the end line by about a half a foot. As the substitution will come on here for Kaya Sweet, part of that senior class here for the Broncos. Kindred back set Murphy over that double block. Heckroll is there. Broncos. Hoffer off her back left heel. This one will be out of play. as the Broncos make a quick substitution as Riot Wortman, the sophomore, will check on here for Riot. While for the Kindred Vikings, Jornheim will play back the front row here as Sanders will check out. Service here for Murphy into the nets, and now all of a sudden for Kindred, they have a couple of service errors here in the second, 4 so far in this match. Spellhog outside Jansen. Heckrell off her right shoulder. Jornheim, though, with the point and the kill. It's 17-14. Leah Rowland will come on to serve. A running jump serve this time for Rowland. Sweet outside. Heckrell over that double block on the hit. Rowland set, 10-foot line, and that's going to be in there for the kill. Tess Rohrbeck earns her second, and a little well-balanced diet now for the Kindred Vikings. Talking about that attack line, Avery, Tess, Brea, Cassidy, Kennedy, and Jansen all with at least one kill here in this second set. Heckrell to Murphy. Spellhog, Jordheim. In the back there is Differding. Broncos hit this one over then by Heckrell. Vikings, Avery, tip. This one comes with Tui, pushed across them by Sweet to Rowland. Murphy, back set. Rohrbeck off the block. Broncos bump it. Sweet over on the third, Rowland. Spellhog. Murphy in the back left corner, good looking spot off the net. Heckrell over on the third. Murphy, Spellhog set up middle. Avery with the power tip for the kill. Ammerman gets her third kill of the match. It's now 19-14. So that's what's tied at 12 apiece. A little 7-2 run here by Kindred has stretched things out. Rolling his service line. Sweet, going to be tight at the net, unable to get over, and now 20-14 here for the Vikings. Service upcoming here for Rowland. We'll continue. Broncos Sweet outside. Here goes Heckrell. He blocked at the net. Lisbon able to get it over then with Hughes. Spellhog set outside Jordheim. And we'll have it unable to get over in 3. But a good run there for Kindred to put some separation between themselves and the Broncos as they lead it by 5. Lisbon now will need to have a similar run to get right back here in the second as Differding comes up to the service line. Spellhog middle. This will be Ammerman. Sweet there in the back left corner with the dig. Then the push over on the third. Rowland, Spellhog, Jordheim tip. Covered there by Sweet. Tight at the net. Going to be blocked by Avery and the Vikings. And we get a timeout on the floor. The second one of the set for Coach Megan Johnson as Kindred leads it by 6.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
We'll have some more information with the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show coming up tomorrow here on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm going to be speaking with Josh Roberts for the cross-country team for the Kindred Vikings. You also have Peter Haugo as our Senior Spotlight from Fargo North. Sargent County Volleyball checking with Jenna Anderson. That and more with a couple of Minnesota Perm and Sacred Heart Volleyball conversations. That's all to come tomorrow on the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show starting at 7 o'clock here on Your Live Event. Vikings have ballooned this lead to 6 and trying to close out the Broncos here in the second. Free ball over on the third by Keller. Kindred back set on the way. This one comes across. Tui is there with her left hand. And then over by Hughes. Vikings, McKinney set middle. Avery with the hammering kill. That's her 4th kill of the match, and the Vikings now lead it by 7. Serve will continue, as we've seen Kindred some pretty good offense here tonight. Some crisp passes and good sets by both Greta and Ava. Broncos, Heckrell off her back left heel. Kindred push out front. Here goes Jordheim off the ribbon. Tui is there. Heckrell is able to almost get in the front row, but she keeps that one alive. Vikings back set. Chasing this one down is Pregame up, but just a little bit too far out from the outstretched arms. As a serve here for the Broncos with Quall. Haley, we'll see this one come across. Roland does a good job on the stretch to get that over with her right fist. Heckrell on the third. Murphy is there, and then you just had Greta and Leah kind of talk to each other and both looked at one another for a second to see who was going to hit it. Time that hesitation hit happens, volleyball comes down a little bit closer. Point will be awarded here to the Broncos. Roland with the cover. Ammerman with the pushover then on the third. Kaya Sweet. Here goes Heckrell. That's going to be a kill. Heckrell with her 7th of the match. And the old adage, climbing a ladder there for Heckrell. Serve here for the Broncos with Quall. Got this down to 4. Can they get it to 20 to 22? Jordheim with Heckrell. Hit there by Differding, then volleyed over on the third by Sweet. Vikings set. Here goes Ammerman, blocked at the net, and that block coming there by McKenna Keller, her 2nd. Kindred, they do have one timeout for Coach Ashburn. Again, Lisbon has used both of their Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency timeouts here in the 2nd. Service for Quall. Nice little run going for the Broncos. Can the Vikings answer here with Ammerman? There's a tip. Heckrell covers. Tui. Then a free ball over on the third. Where do the Vikings go? McKinney, back set. This one is going to be in for the kill. Maria Malk will earn the points. And the Vikings stretch out that lead now to 4. Large point there as well. All of a sudden it goes from +4 instead of being +2, having to receive a serve as Sanders, already with 2 aces, goes to the service line. Broncos here with Keller over on the third. Avery able to get it across on the second. Broncos, Keller back over on the second. Roland with a great sprawl and attempt, and now Murphy with a free ball on the third. Broncos a chance to use it. They set up Heckrell, who has to kind of reverse course here after Sweet was looking for this set, and now it's a set point opportunity for the Vikings. 24-19 Kindred. They took the first, 25-19, trying to do the same here in the second. Heckrell over on the third. Roland, McKinney, back set, Mount, and they'll do it again. Brea with her 4th kill of the match, and just like the first, the Vikings take the second, 25-19. Our set recap is coming up next from Lisbon.
For 20 years, 702 Communications has been connecting people and businesses to the world through internet, telephone, and TV. And as your needs have changed, so has 702. Our dedication to our community and customers runs deep. So when you call, we listen. And you can trust that we'll never stop working to bring the latest technology to our friends and neighbors. Thank you for 20 years in business. The best is yet to come.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
Don't just watch today's game, immerse yourself in it with new furniture from Lee at the Furniture Mart in Fargo. Get the ultimate fusion of styles with unmatched comfort, all at the best prices. We are now offering up to 5 years no-interest financing. So you can now get the furniture you want at the best prices with low monthly no-interest payments. The next time you need furniture, come see Lee at the Furniture Mart in Fargo. Make sure to ask for Lee for your live event discount.
As we get to our set recap, let's take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. Central Cass dropped a set to Tri-State. Central Cass 2, Tri-State 1 going to the fourth. Northern Cass last we heard up 2-0 over Richland. Oak Grove leads at 2-0 over Enderlin. And Hankinson leads at 2-0 in the third against Maple River. So that's a look at your out-of-town scores. Taking a look at some of the stat column leaders so far here this evening. The difference, well, the service line, Kindred with 5 aces, 4 service errors. Lisbon with 0 aces and 5 service errors. Blocks for 3 by both teams. Avery Ammerman with 2 for Kindred. You have on the opposite side Clarissa, make that McKenna Keller with 2 here for Lisbon. Clarissa Hoffer has 1. Kills Jansen Jordheim with 7 for Kindred. Matches a match high with Kyra Heckrow for Lisbon with 7. But just some more balance for the Vikings. You have Avery with 4 kills, Brea with 4, 2 apiece by Baco and Rohrbeck here. While for Lisbon, you have Kaya Sweet with 2, Clarissa Hoffer with 2 here for the Broncos. Kindred took the first set 25-19 and the second 25-19 as well. That again is our set recap, brought to you in part by Olson Accounting. Go to colsoncpa.com for more information or visit them throughout the week in Lisbon. 2-0 over on the third. Vikings here back set on the way. This one's going to get hit over by Jansen Jordheim. Jillian Hughes, there's going to be rolling. Set up Murphy, tip into the net, and the Broncos will take the point. Lisbon in a must-need-it set number 3 in what could be their final home match of the regular season. Again, they will host the tournament, so as long as they can get to the quarters, they would play at least one more match here in Lisbon. Spellhog with a pushover. Dump kill, and that's going to be in there for the point for Sweet. Kaya Sweet and the Lisbon Broncos have their largest lead of the match. Sweet right now with 3 kills here for the Lisbon Broncos. Kaya into the back. There goes Roland. Spellhog bump. Good looking hit and attack there by Murphy. Better dig by Sweet. Hit over then, and we're going to have a lift violation, they'll say, on the Lisbon Broncos. So 2-1, but after that hit by Murphy, that was a really good job by Kaya keeping that ball alive in the back row for the Broncos. Service here for Cassidy. This will be off the shoulder of Tui for the ace. Murphy with her third in that category, as it's a 2-all contest. Service will continue, and that's back-to-back aces. Vikings with 7 aces so far here from the service line. Lisbon again with 0, and that's been a difference maker this evening for Coach Ashburn and the Vikings. And going back to our pregame show, something Coach Ashburn said, finishing off sets. That's what they were able to do in the first and the second. Now they're trying to finish off the Broncos here in 3 with a Jordheim kill. 4-2 Vikings. Jansen now with a match-high 8 kills on the evening. Murphy to the service line. This one will be dug out by Heckroll. Sweets goes right into our head official here as Jillian Hughes runs out of room. After 2 straight points by Lisbon, the Vikings answer with 5 straight of their own, now with a 3-point edge. Service by Murphy. This one will be unable to get out of play. But for Lisbon, one thing they've done well since the first, they have yet to have a service error. Both teams now with 5. Tui just over the net. Jordheim with the dig off the net, but unable to play it there for Kindred was Rohrbeck. Now it's a 5-4 contest. Serve for Tui will continue. Jordheim, good pass. Spellhawk set outside. Jansen tip for the point and the kill. Vikings lead it by 2 as Baco will check out. I have Avery in the front with Rohrbeck and Jordheim roll in to serve. As Qual goes back to being the libero here in this set. Heckroll cross court rolling with the dig. Spellhog back set up, and it'll just come over on the Vikings side as that one swirled on top of the net. And then over on the third by Ammerman. Sweet set. Here goes Heckroll. No touch. This one will be out of play, and now it's 7-4. You could hear all the fans kind of go ooh and ah when that volleyball was right on top of the net. That was about as close to a swirl that you could get from basketball. Rolling to serve. Heckrell over on the third here. Good-looking spot as well by Hughes. Jansen Jordheim for the kill. That'll be her 10th, now in double digits. The Vikings doubling up the Broncos here at 8-4. Right now the Vikings find their offensive rhythm with Rowland at the line. Sweet outside Heckrell. That's going to be the answer here for the Broncos. As the Broncos get the point there with Heckrell's 8th kill of the match. Lisbon to the service line here with McKenna Keller. Again, high school football starts the postseason on Saturday for 9-man and Class A. AA and AAA will begin a week from Friday. Ammerman with the push. Good job hitting over on the left fist there by Hoffer. Vikings outside Jordheim into the net. We'll have high school volleyball on Thursday. Fargo Oak Grove goes up against Fargo South from the Bruin Den at 7 o'clock. And high school football on Friday should be a good one. The Bruins and the Highlanders in AA football. And then high school playoff football on Saturday. Heckrell tight covered here by Kindred. Vikings set Avery. Was there any touch by Hoffer? There was not. And now it's an 8-7 contest. Well, for Lisbon, they've cut into that deficit from 8-4, now 8-7. With the service by Keller. Spellhog push, back left corner, and she'll get the point. They have a really good-looking spot, seeing that everyone creep a little bit closer to the net here as the Vikings take a 2-point edge. Service here for Kindred will be with Greta McKinney. McKinney off the ribbon. The Vikings have done that so well here tonight. Heckrell, though, with the tip for the answer. That's at least 4, if not 5, serves that have hit the top of the net here for Kindred tonight. But the Broncos get the side out and a chance to tie. To the service line goes Differty. That's going to be an ace. First ace of the night for the Broncos comes in the third set. And we're all knotted up at 9. Second tie here of the second. Just our 4th tie of the volleyball match as Differty with Rowland in the back. Kindred back set Jordheim, unable to get that one over in 4. And the Broncos regain the edge here. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. We'll break with them. Broncos lead it by 1 on yourliveevent.com.
I'm Mandy Laturin. I'm confident in the game, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Timeouts on the floor here tonight, brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. It's a final in Colfax. Northern Cass sweeps the Colts 3-0 here this evening. In Castleton, between Tri-State and the Squirrels lead at 14-11 in the 4th, currently with a 2-1 advantage over the Tri-State Tigers. We'll keep you apprised of some other scores as this volleyball match continues here on yourliveevent.com. In Lisbon, service on the way. Rowland with the dig. Vikings outside. Avery with the push. Heckrell right back over on the first. Avery bump. This one goes with Brea over on the third. Coming Heckrell. This is going to be a kill. Kyra in double digits now, and the Broncos lead it by 2. A 2-0 early in the set. Now they lead it 11-9 here in the third. For those of you that are just joining us, the Vikings won the first 2 sets 25-19 and 25-19. McKinney outside Ammerman, right-handed one and deliver. That's her 5th kill of the match. And Coach Karina Ashburn said, well, when Avery connects, she can have a little punch to it, and that's exactly what we saw there. Service here for Taylor Sanders. Heckrell trying to answer. Rowland keeps that one up, and then missing it in the lights there was going to be McKenney. And she just kind of, like an outfielder fly ball, you just miss it in the Teflon at the Metrodome, or now just the daylight, as you see. So the Broncos will take the point and the serve. Murphy with the attack. Hoffer one-on-one. Sweet there on the cover. Qual able to get it across. Vikings quickly. Back set. Where will they go? This one blocked again by Hoffer, but it's a kill. Clarissa does a really good job putting the one-on-one block, but finally Brea was able to earn the kill. That's her 5th of the match. The Vikings now with 3 or more players with at least 5 kills here this evening. Service by Avery. Sweet. Hoffer. Avery plays that one. Murphy with the push on the cross-court shot. Sweet with the dump kill opportunity. Vikings at the 10-foot line. Brea unable to hit that one across, and Lisbon again takes a 2-point edge. Timeout so far for Coach Ashburn. 2 still remaining for Coach Megan Johnson and the Lisbon Broncos. Service goes back to libero here in this set in Qual. And 2 libero set with different in and Qual so far for Lisbon. So it's going to be a miss hit by Murphy, and the Broncos now lead it by 3. This is what we saw Kindred do in the first and the second, create some room when the opposition in Lisbon got close. The Broncos are doing that now here in the third. Service. Vikings, where will they go? Murphy with a good spot and an indentation there for the kill. Cassidy with her 2nd of the evening, and the Vikings will regain the advantage and the serve here. 2 teams not playing tonight, the Sargent County Bulldogs and Waimea Lidgerwood Warbirds. They are idle here this evening. Service for Spellhog, so everyone will be at 9 matches after tonight's Region 1 contest. Outside Murphy, cross-court, Heckrell's there. Sweet set, back, Keller. Good-looking dig by Taylor, but couldn't keep it in the quarter play, and now it's a 15-12 contest. McKenna Keller can be a difference maker here, a senior. Also, Jillian Hughes that we talked with, Megan Johnson, Clarissa Hoffer, Kaya Sweet, and Kyra Heckrell are going to get a lot of play, obviously. And then you look at what Tui and Differdine are able to do. And speaking of Sweet, that's going to be an ace. Kaya with her 1st of the evening, and the Broncos with their largest lead of the match. Service here for Sweet. That will be the first service error for Lisbon since the first. So that'll be their 6th of the match. Kindred will take the point right back, and Murphy's been at the line. This is when Kindred has made some hay so far. Tui, Sweet, Heckrell push over on the 3rd. Vikings with Rowland, able to get that one across. Sweet bump, Tui on the outside over. Kindred with Rowland, bump. Outside Rohrbeck gets the kill. Rohrbeck with her 3rd. Good job by Rowland there on the 2nd. Now it's 16-14. Murphy continues to serve in what is now an hour-old volleyball match here from Lisbon. That one knuckles straight down. Good-looking job by Qual to dig that ball out. Vikings come middle. Bach going to the back. Qual's there. Lisbon. Hughes off the side of the block for the kill. Able to go cross court there was Jillian for her 2nd kill of the match. 17-14 Broncos. Tui to the service line. Rolling in the back. Spellhog set up. Jordheim. Heckrell keeps it up. Sweet with the push and a really good spot. 4th kill of the night here, and we need a timeout on the floor for Coach Ashburn. We'll break with him. Megan Johnson said we need to play sideline to sideline, and that's exactly what Sweet was able to do there. Timeout brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
High school volleyball tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com. Oak Grove sweeps the Enderlin Eagles, and the Hankinson Pirates and the Maple River Raiders were going at it earlier tonight. Hankinson able to sweep Maple River as well. So it's been a handful of sweeps so far here this evening. With that win for Hankinson, they will be now 6-3 in the fifth spot, while Maple River drops to 5-4, as this will be another ace here for the Lisbon Broncos after a timeout for Coach Ashburn. And the service continuing now for Ella Tui. For Lisbon, they got 3 aces all in this third set. Rolling, Baco's there. And then you'll have Spellhog and Rohrbeck running into each other, and the Broncos now are 5 points away from getting this one to a 4 set. Service here for Tui. Rolling. Broncos set outside. Jansen off the top of the block. Tui is there to cover. Sweet middle. Heckrow for the kill. All of a sudden, the offense is starting to come alive here for the Broncos. Sweet with the assist. Heckrow with her 11th kill. And as much as we were talking about Kindred playing quick, fast, and efficient in the first and the second, it's Lisbon doing that right now here in the third. Set Baco over that double block. Koala's there. Sweet outside. Here goes Heckrell again, rolling with a really nice dig. Spellhog pushed across by Rohrbeck on the third. Heckrell set outside Hughes. Ava's there. Rolling. Rohrbeck. This one will be a sprawling attempt by Qual. Outside Heckrell again. This one will be out of play. And the Vikings get a much needed side out. Kindred will need to get a run in them. The time the Vikings led was 9-8 here in the third. Service by Roland. Heckrell with the dig. Broncos push it across with Sweet, covered nicely by Murphy. Spellhog outside Jansen. Jordheim for the kill. It'll be her 11th here as the Vikings will take the point, and Megan Johnson wants a quick timeout. We'll break with them here. It's high school volleyball on YourLiveEvent.com.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Rolling with the serve after the timeout by Megan Johnson. Outside Heckrell over on the second. Jansen Jordheim 10-foot line. This one will be out of play. So the Broncos and Coach Megan Johnson, they utilize that timeout for the point. Now they're 3 away from taking this volleyball match. Or the volleyball set, excuse me. Trying to take the volleyball match, but they will need to play 5 here tonight in Lisbon. Outside Jansen, Jordheim block. There goes Murphy with the cover. Heckrell keeps it going for the Broncos. Kyra, a little joust at the net. She'll get a net violation. Or are they going to call it on Kindred? So we'll have to wait and see here as the officials will come across here, and they're going to say it's going to be a net violation here on the Kindred Vikings. So the point will be awarded here to Lisbon as they now lead it by 2. Service. Murphy will see this one in the back rolling. Murphy with the attack over on the third. Broncos set. Here goes Heckrell. This one is going to be out of play. Point awarded here to the Vikings. Now at 23-17. Service here for Kindred as Grinna McKenney. McKenney to the service line. Tui looking to cover, but eventually it's a point here for the Vikings, now 23-18. Kindred again with no timeouts here in this set. Lisbon does have one remaining. 25-19, 25-19, Kindred in both the first and second. What does the third have in store for us here? McKenney back to the service line. Heckrell with the dig. Sweet set outside. Here goes Hoffer. Rowland keeps it alive. Jordheim tied at the net. Hoffer across. Rowland keeps it alive one more time and pushed over by Murphy. Tui, Sweet, back set. Hughes, cross court. Murphy's there. McKenney able to hit it on the second. Jordheim up and over softly for the kill. If Kindred comes back to win this set, mark that point down because they stole it. As it's now 23-19. That was some gritty play there by the Vikings. McKenney back to the service line. That's going to be an ace. It splits Heckrell and it splits Tui. So McKenney, look at the 8th ace of the night here for the Vikings. Can they get back within 2, or can Lisbon answer? Sweet into the middle. Here goes Heckrell, blocked at the net. 1v1 with Avery. Ammerman gets her third block of the night. Megan Johnson wants a timeout. We'll break as well. This timeout brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. The Vikings roaring back here in the third.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance, Lance Gullison Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let the staff at Lance Gullison Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon or email lance.gullison@fumic.com.
Timeout again brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Go to kindredstatebank.com for more information. So both teams out of timeouts here in the third. Sweet bump. This one will get hit over by Qual. A chance for the Vikings to use it. Spellhog middle. Ammerman with the power tip and a really good-looking spot. That'll be Avery's 6th kill. We've seen this little short tip, but now she extends it about 10 feet, and there is no one there. Tui will check out as Wortman. Riot will check in, and the Vikings are back within 1 and a chance to tie. McKenney to the service line, into the net, but got Kindred back within 2. And this will be a point that the Vikings need. Down 23-16 to get it back to 23-22. Set point opportunity for the Broncos here with Differty. Rowland, McKenney, back set. This one tipped across by Jordheim, out of play, and the Broncos will take the third. They had to fend off the Vikings late, but Lisbon takes the third set 25-22. Our set recap is coming up next as we go to the fourth here on your live event.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms, saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage, our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
High school volleyball here tonight as we get to our set recap. Set recap brought to you in part by Olson Accounting here in Lisbon. Go to colsoncpa.com for more information. Well, out-of-town scoreboard, here's some final. Central Cass sweeps by, takes it in 4 over Tri-State, 3-1. Northern Cass with a sweep over Richland. Oak Grove sweeps by Enderlin, and Hankinson sweeps Maple River here tonight. So Maple River now 5-4 in the region. The same with Central Cass. Hankinson improves to 6-3. Jansen Jordheim with 12 kills. Kyra Heckrell with 11 to lead the floor. Cassidy Murphy with 4 aces. For Lisbon, they have one player with 3 aces respectively so far. Those are some of your stats. For more information, again, go to colsoncpa.com. In the fourth, Broncos able to get this one across. Kindred takes the opening point here, and they now lead at 1-0. Chase Miller alongside Lincoln Adair here in Lisbon tonight. Kaya Sweet dump kill opportunity for the points. That'll be her 5th kill so far for Sweet, who last week surpassed 1,000 career assists here for the senior. And Sweet will go back to the service line here. As she does, Murphy, Spellhog, 10-foot line, Rohrbeck. Heckrell pushes it outside Hughes off the top of the block. Vikings got to get it over on this one, do it Bacco. Broncos back set Hughes with a right-handed fist across. Rohrbeck with the attack. Quall with the dig. Sweet got close to going over that center line. Now Murphy here in front of the Kindred bench. This one will be out of play as Lisbon takes it 2-1. So the Vikings won the first 2 sets, 25-19. Lisbon hung on for a 25-22 third set win. And Spellhog and Bacco right there just unable to figure out who's going to go grab that on the second. And Kaya Sweet been really efficient here this evening for the Broncos as a senior. Again, with that ace, we've seen her get kills. Handful of assists and counting. Rohrbeck into the net, and the Broncos jump out in front. Lisbon led at 21-14 for their largest lead of the match so far. Right now up by 3. Outside Bacco, down the line, covered by Sweet Heckrell. This one will be hit by Hughes on a one-on-one with Bacco, and able to finish that one off is Jillian for her 3rd kill. So 5-1 Lisbon. Service upcoming here for Sweet. It's going to go short. Roland is there. Spellhog middle. Rohrbeck. So go off a Quall for the points. Now 5-2. Vikings get the side out here as Cassidy Murphy will come on. This one floats across. Tui is there. Lisbon up and over on the third with Hughes for the point. Broncos trying to get this one into a 5th set. Well, Kindred would love nothing more to win it in 4. Both teams will have the rest of the week off. Those teacher conferences on Thursday and Friday, and then get back in action on Tuesday, as it will be the second to last match for both. This one is able to hit over on the third for Bacco, and now for the Vikings, so you get back to service line. After tonight for the Lisbon Broncos, they will have matches at Northern Cass on Tuesday, then at Sargent County on October the 27th. Well, for Kindred, they will host Central Cass on Tuesday, then make their way to Oak Grove on October the 30th to close out the regular season. Avery with a hit blocked at the net there by Keller. Hughes over on the third roll and is there. Spellhog set middle. Avery with the tip. Covered nicely by Tui. Outside Heckroll. This will fall on the Vikings side for a point here for Lisbon. Service upcoming here for the Broncos with McKenna Keller. Service on the way. Jortheim with the ding. Set up Jansen. Nice looking tip. Sweet with the sprawling attempt to keep this one alive. And Tui gets it over on the third. Vikings outside. Jansen going to be blocked at the net. Avery gets it right back on the side of Lisbon. Hoffer wastes little time with it. Now it's Rohrbeck on the attack, unable to get that one across, and it's 8-3. Saw both coaches in the third set take an early timeout before either team was in double digits. So far, neither wants to take a timeout right now as the Broncos are up by 5. Vikings, Jordheim, miss it there. Now 9-3, and for Coach Ashburn, she will take a Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency timeout. It's the Broncos 9, the Vikings 3 here in the fourth.
Shift, Viking Nation. New merch, new designs. The Viking Booster Club has options for him, her, and all the kids. Let's go, Vikings. Get outfitted for the new year. Refresh your favorites from top to bottom. If the flag is flying, the ship is open for business. Carhartt nips are back in stock, plus new lids. Find the merch. Get the gear.
Lisbon 9, Kindred 3 here on YourLiveEvent.com. What's at stake? Well, if you win, you own the head-to-head. You're at least more than likely going to be a 4 seed unless the opposition here tonight wins back-to-back and you were to lose back-to-back. But you would at least be an 8 seed and host a play-in match as we get ready back to go on. These two teams could very easily meet on Friday, November the 3rd in that play-in contest. This will be hit by Rohrbeck. Good-looking spot cross scored for the kill. Tess now with her 5th kill of the evening. For Kindred, it's right in front of them here. If you can find a way to fend off Lisbon tonight, and then you play against Central Cass, a team that's 5-4 in your region. If you win, you get to 4-5, and then if you could beat the Squirrels, you would own the head-to-head with them and get to 5-5. Heckrow with the tip over. Vikings push it outside over on the third here for the Vikings with Rohrbeck. Make that Brea Mauk. Heckrow, good-looking spot. Better dig by Jansen, and Brea earns the kill. I'll get a little mustard on that one. There's a point here for the Vikings. For Lisbon, it doesn't get any easier, though, with their schedule going to Northern Cass, who's number 1 in the region, then Sargent County, who's number 4 to close out this season. So they would love a win here tonight. And even if they were to, as Hoffer hits this one into the net, go 0-2 to close out the year. As long as the Vikings don't go 2-0, they would host a play-in match. And if they could go on the road and pick off a Northern Cass or pick off a Sargent County, well, then all of a sudden you got 5 Region 1 wins, and then you might be moving up a seed line potentially. Even more, Jornheim with the tip, covered by Kyra. Tui in the back, across on the third. Murphy does a good job keeping that one up, and then Ammerman gets the kill. Avery with her 7th, and the Vikings back within 2. So that's how tight this match is tonight for both teams, what a win could do for you here on this Tuesday. Service there here for Kindred, that'll be their 7th. Lisbon has 6 so far in that category. They've cleaned it up since the first, as they've just had 1 service there in the second, third, and so far here in the fourth after having 5 in the first. McKinney, Murphy at the 10-foot line, hits this one into the net. Now it's 11-7. So after the timeout, the Vikings got it back within 2, but here goes Lisbon stretching out and getting a nice little comfort zone up by 4. Differding. This one will be out of play. And now 7 service errors for both teams, respectively. Taylor Sanders, just an 8th grader, so with some of the injuries and concussions that we've seen this season for Kindred, she's had ample opportunity as an underclassman to play a handful of spots. Hoffer gets it across on the third roll and covers. This one comes in, and is that going to be in? No, it just misses. It hit the top of the net, just missed the sideline, and not by much. Really good attempt there by Rowland in the back row to get to that volleyball as Heckrow continues to serve. Vikings, Murphy, cross court in for the points. Cassidy Murphy with her 3rd kill, and the Vikings back within 3. Serve upcoming for Avery. Zammerman, it's a back right corner. Sweets trying to finish that one off as Bacco, and she does as we got a lift. Vikings back within 2. Kindred took the first point, but since then it's been all Lisbon with the advantage. Amron continues to serve. Tui is there in the back. Set outside, make that different as Tui has the attack. Avery over, Heckrell, Sweet, back set, here comes Hoffer, punch down the line for the spot. Coming over on that slide for a Hoffer, side out for the Broncos. Region 1 standings, latest is this is the final match here tonight in the region. That is currently in action. Vikings set, here goes Bacco. That one will miss, now at 14-10. Northern Cass is 9-0, Weimar Lidgewood at 8-1. Oak Grove improves to 7-2. And then you have Sargent County at 6-3. That's your top 4 as Murphy hits this one into the net. By themselves in 5th right now is Hankinson at 6-3. Sargent County owns the head-to-head with the Pirates. This one for Kindred, able to get that one across by Rohrbeck. Sweet with the dump kill opportunity covered by Rowland. And then we're going to have going underneath the end line is McKenney to make it a 16-10 contest. All of a sudden now you have Central Cass currently in 6th as they own the head-to-head with Maple River. Both are 5-4 on the season. Maple River in 7th. Winner of this match will be 8th, and the loser will be 9th in the region. Back set on the way. Kindred. Set. Here goes Brea. Good-looking dig in the back by Qual, but eventually there's a hit. Brea's hit a heavy ball here tonight on the outside for the Vikings. Kindred, however, down by 11 here in this 4th. As Ava Spellhog will come on now and the service line for the Vikings. Differting with Sweets. Heckrell then with a free ball over on the 3rd. Rowland. Ava set middle. Bacco. That's going to be out of play. Was there no touch? There was not. And the Broncos will take the point now by 6. Sweet to the service line here for Lisbon. Good looking spot there by Spellhog. Better cover by Qual. Broncos here pushed over with Keller. Vikings outside. Murphy into the net. Now at 18-11. Second timeout here for Coach Ashburn. We'll break with them. The Broncos up by 7 here in the 4th on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
High school volleyball here tonight. Region 1 in Lisbon. From banking to insurance, let Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency handle your requests. For more information, go online to kindredstatebank.com. A reminder, we'll have the Region 1 volleyball tournament here in Lisbon on Monday, November the 6th are the quarterfinals, all the way through the championship that week. we'll have a match or two, but depending on what the matchups are and how everything rolls for that play-in on Friday, November the 3rd as well for that opening round. After the second timeout by Coach Ashburn, Lisbon with Hughes goes cross-court, misses that one out of play, and the Vikings will take the point. To the service line they go with Cassidy Murphy. Murphy with the serve. Sweet with the push. Cassidy with the cover. Spellhawks set up Jansen Jordheim, going to be blocked at the net by Keller. Keller's third block of the evening. It's now 19-12 Broncos. Service for Tui. Vikings back set. Here goes Bacco over on the double block. Outside, Heckroll. Gonna get that one across here for Kyra. Now up to a baker's dozen in kills as the Broncos lead it by 8. Service for Tui. The Broncos down 2-0. Won the third by 3. Now trying to get this one into the 5th. Service with Tui. Kindred. 10-foot line, Jansen Jordheim off the block. Right back over by Keller quickly. Vikings middle, tip here by Bacco, covered by Heckroll. Lisbon back set. Hughes off the top of the block. There is Murphy. Back set, Rohrbeck. This one through the block. Kept alive by Tui, then pushed over by Sweet. Bumped by Roland. Jordheim up and over on the third. Heckroll on the second set. Hughes. Murphy with the dig. Spellhog with Rohrbeck, able to get that one across on the third. Sweet push. Heckroll with the attack. Little tip. Roland is there. To the outside, Rohrbeck, and this one will be out of play, and the Broncos will take the point now at 21-12. Something Coach Megan Johnson said in our pregame show, beating Enderlin, going kind of point-to-point with Central Cass a couple weeks ago, and winning in 4 on the road. They've played a lot of close sets, which Steve thinks has helped them across the way. Maybe they haven't all gone in Lisbon's favor, but understanding that you can come down from 1 set or 2 sets here and find ways to continue to battle, and as they've done here tonight, getting this one ever so closer to a 5th and determining final 5th set. So Lisbon right now saw this at 18-12 on a 5-0 run, with the service continuing by Tui. Vikings with Bacco. Well, that's going to be the points. Kindred gets the side out in front of them. If they're unable to come back here in the 4th, looking to take something positive with them going to the 5th. Rolling to the service line. Lisbon set outside Heckroll. This one will be out of play. Tied at 1, and that's been it. Kindred held the lead 1-0, and since then it's been the Broncos with the advantage here in the 4th. Rolling with the serve. Sweet. Pushed across by Tui. Spellhog. 10-foot line. This will go Jordheim for the kill. Her 13th. And the Vikings 23-15. They can get it to 23-20. Things really start becoming more interesting here in the 4th. Rolling with the floater across for the points. Well, there was Heckroll, but then that one just kind of dove down like the end of a rainbow very last moment. And here come the Vikings. 4 straight points from Kindred. Heckroll with the dig. Sweet push. Murphy is there. Spellhog set up. Jansen into the net. Lisbon will take a set point opportunity here in the 4th, as they will go to the service line here with McKenna Keller. Service, Avery. Middle, Ammerman punches it over on the 3rd. Sweet, outside Heckroll, able to get this one across. Murphy. Lisbon will see a Jansen Jordheim tip for a kill. And the Kindred Vikings will need 7 consecutive points. Serve upcoming here for Kindred, with Greta McKinney, who does have an ace so far here this evening. Tui in the back, Sweet is there, pushed outside. Hoffer with her right fist over on the third. McKinney set, Jordheim, tip, Tui. This one into the net with Sweet, hit over on the right elbow there with Hughes, middle. Amberman for the kill. Avery gets her 8th, and the Vikings down by 6. They made a late rally in the third, and Megan Johnson wants a timeout. We'll break as well. Broncos lead it by 6 here in the 4th.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
Timeout brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Lisbon 24, Kindred 18 here in the 4th, in a volleyball match that has now gone over 90 minutes here from Lisbon. Vikings need to continue this run here with McKinney to the service line. Qual is there, Sweet set up, Heckroll into the net. Hammerman put up a one-on-one block. Kindred earns the points, but Heckroll hits that one into the net. 24-16 becomes 24-19. McKinney, good serve in the back. Pushed outside, Hoffer over the block for the finishing point here of the 4th. Clarissa Hoffer with her 4th kill of the match, and the Broncos take set 3 and now set number 4. Set 4 goes to Lisbon, 25-19. Our 5th and final set coming up next here on your live event.
Don't just watch today's game, immerse yourself in it with new furniture from Lee at the Furniture Mart in Fargo. Get the ultimate fusion of styles with unmatched comfort, all at the best prices. We are now offering up to 5 years no-interest financing, so you can now get the furniture you want at the best prices with low monthly no-interest payments. The next time you need furniture, come see Lee at the Furniture Mart in Fargo. Make sure to ask for Lee for your live event discount.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com. MLGC offers ultra-high-speed broadband, streaming TV, telephone, advanced business services, and commercial-grade video surveillance services. MLGC has a goal to continue to deliver future technologies that make rural communities in North Dakota vibrant places in which to live and do business in. They're your local provider who prides itself on its unmatched customer service with a small-town touch. MLGC has offices in Enderlin, Cooperstown, and Kindred. For more info, go to mlgc.com.
Set recap here brought to you in part by Olson Accounting Agency in Lisbon. Let Cindy and her staff take care of you with their friendly and professional team at Olson Accounting, from payroll to taxes and more. Go to Olson's, that is online, go to Olson, that is colsoncpa.com. Again, colsoncpa.com with Olson Accounting. The Lisbon Broncos won the 3rd and the 4th, 25-22 and 25-19, after seeing Kindred win the 1st and the 2nd, 25-19 and 25-19. So we're headed to the 5th and final set, and Raleigh score and win by 2 up to 15. Just a matter of which team's going to leave here with a region record of 4 wins and 5 losses and be 8th in the region, and who's going to drop to 3-6 and be 9th in the region. That again is a set recap brought to you in part by Olson Accounting Agency, or Olsen Accounting, excuse me, here in Lisbon. After the break, Keller gets it over on the third. The Vikings push to the outside. Jordheim off the ribbon. Hughes is there. Heckrell into the back push over on the third. Murphy, quick set middle. Avery, tip. And that's going to be kept alive by Hughes, but the Vikings take the first point. Service here for the Vikings. With McKinney, and that'll be into the net. 8th service there for Kindred. You have 7 so far for Lisbon. And Kaya Sweet to the service line. Murphy, good pass, outside. Ammerman off the top of the block. Quall with the sprawn attempt, outside. Here goes Tui over. McKinney unable to get that backspin and play to Brea Mauk, and the Broncos now take a 2-1 edge. Service here by Sweet. Murphy, McKinney, Ammerman, tip, Tui is there. Sweet push over on the second. Murphy unable to handle it. Now it's 3-1. Broncos, after giving up the first point like they did in the fourth, went on a little rally. They got up 5-1. All right, now they're up 3-1 here in the fifth. Murphy, Roland tries to chase it down. Now it's going to be 4-1 Broncos. So Lisbon stretches it to a 3-point edge here in the fifth. Kaya Sweet back to the service line. Murphy's there. McKinney to the outside. Ammerman pushes this one into the net, now makes it 5-1. And we'll get a timeout here for the Kindred Vikings. Lisbon up by 4 here in the fifth against Kindred for Region 1 Volleyball.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
After the timeout, Lisbon leads it by 4 here in the fifth and determining final set. The final Region 1 match that's going on tonight here in the southeast part of North Dakota. Dump kill opportunity by McKinney. Lisbon coming up middle. Keller hits it down the line. Vikings bump. Here goes Murphy. Back row. Good looking spot back left corner. Murphy with the kill. That'll be her 4th, and the Vikings will take the side up. Trailing it by 2 here as we go to Taylor Sanders to the service line. Sanders does have a couple of aces, and all came back in the first. Sweets. Keller gets up for this one. McKinney tied at the net. Joust going to be hit over by Ammerman. Pushed across by Sweets. This one going to be hit by Brea, but out of play, and the Broncos will take the point now at 6-2. Tui back to the service line. Vikings push Ammerman into the net. The Broncos are nearly halfway home here in the fifth. Service here by Tui. Vikings dump kill pushed across by Heckrell. Vikings will see this one hit over them by Murphy on the last. Lisbon set outside. Heckrell with an absolute monster. Heckrell now with 14 kills on the night. Give Kaya Sweet the assist. Service by Tui. This one will be service error number 8 for Lisbon, but just 3 since the opening set. Vikings need to make a run at them now. Lisbon trying to finish this off in comeback fashion. Ammerman. Sweet on the second. Here goes Hughes. Avery plays this one back left corner. Vikings get it over on the third. Sweet, set, middle. Heckrell for the points. Heckrell now with a match high 15. And Lisbon up by 6. Service for the Broncos with McKenna Keller. Cassidy Murphy there, back right corner. Vikings attack with Murphy. This one will be out of play. And the Broncos now take a 10-3 edge. And Coach Ashburn will have to utilize her final timeout in this volleyball match. Lisbon 10, Kindred 3 here in the 5th.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
After the Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency timeout here, the Broncos 10, the Vikings 3. Service with Keller. Roland is there. McKenney set outside. Here goes Murphy. Was it touched? They're going to ask for any deflection. There was none granted, and the Broncos with Keller will continue to serve. Lisbon will come on, and this one will go out of play. The Vikings take back the serve, but now they will need a run in them. As coming to the service line here will be the setter in Ava Spellhog. A senior with the serve into the back. Tui is there, set by Sweet, middle, Heckrell tip. Covered by the Vikings and Sanders, pushed outside. Murphy blocked at the nets as he had Hoffer was there here for the Broncos. Lisbon student section on their feet, been making some noise here in the 5th. Differting to the service line. Rolling with the dig. Broncos set. Baco up and over on the third. Lisbon, middle. Here comes Heckrell off the top of the block. For the Vikings, they'll push it across with Murphy, but that'll miss the end line. And now it's 13-4. Differting will continue to serve here for the Broncos. As she does into the back. This one is going to be a point, and now at 14-4. Lisbon with a match point opportunity in comeback fashion, trailing at 2-0 has a chance to close out the Vikings here on their home court. Vikings set outside Baco. Broncos on the third, able to push it across with Sweet. There goes Roland, and that'll finish it off. The Lisbon Broncos come back and win it in 5 here tonight in Lisbon. In a volleyball match that goes 1 hour and 45 minutes. 19-25, 19-25, 25-22, 25-17, and 15-4 in the 5th set. With the win for the Broncos, it's their 3rd straight. They improved to 13-16 on the season, 4-5 in Region 1 play. The Vikings will drop to 15-20 on the season, and now 3-6 in Region 1 play. Lisbon in the 8th spot, Kindred in the 9th spot. We'll talk about the region standings and your out-of-town scoreboard and what this win and loss means in the region standing going forward. That's next on our post-game show on YourLiveEvent.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Let's get to our post-game show here in Lisbon as the Lisbon Broncos win it in 5 tonight over the Kindred Vikings, and they have now won 3 straight matches dating back to a week ago tonight, sweeping Enderlin, winning in 4 against Ellendale, and now winning in 5 here against the Kindred Vikings. Well, for Kindred, since beating Hatton Northwood on the road on Monday, they have lost 3 straight against Wymer, Lidgewood, Hankinson, and now here in 5 against the Lisbon Broncos. Take a look at some of the final numbers here this evening. Lisbon led by Kyra Heckrow with 15 kills. Kaya Sweet had 6. Clarissa Hoffer with 4, with Jillian Hughes, and McKenna Keller had 2. For the Kindred Vikings, they were led by the 14 with Jansen Jordheim. Avery Ammerman had 8. 6 by Brea Mount, then 5 by Tess Rohrbeck. Cassidy Murphy had 4. Kennedy Baca with 2. And Ava Spellhaug with 1. Aces, well, Kindred led the way in that department with Murphy with 4. Then he had Sanders with 2, Roland 1, Ava 1, and then Greta with 1 as well for 9 here for Kindred. While for Lisbon, they had 5 all in the 3rd and 4th sets. Kaya Sweet with 2, Tui with 2, and Differding with 1. Blocks, Ammerman with 3, Murphy with 1, Keller with 3 for Lisbon, and Hoffer with 2. The Broncos would have 9 service errors, and Kindred would have 8. Let's get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That is Enbridge Energy for life. And we're going to give this one to Kaya Sweet here tonight. Kyra Heckrell again with 15 kills, but when Kaya Sweet got to the service line, particularly in the 3rd and 4th sets, they were able to get some advantage going their way, some long runs. She finished with 2 aces, also over 1,000 career assists now here for Kaya Sweet. That happened in Ellendale last week, and adding on to it, Kaya Sweet is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Our Arctic Enterprises feature precision play of the match. While in volleyball, when you're down 2-0 to come all the way back, win it in the 3rd as they fended off Kindred. Lisbon was up 23-16 and eventually won the 3rd 25-22. They would take it in set number 4 after losing the first point. Then they would never trail after that and then come out. Same thing in the 5th. Lost the first point, tied it at 1, and then never trailed after that. So the close here for Lisbon in sets 3, 4, and 5 is our Arctic Enterprises feature precision play of the match. For precision planting updates, information, questions, and anything that you need to know, contact Arctic Enterprises in Hillsborough and Drayton. Go to 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com. So those are your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and Arctic Enterprises feature precision play of the match. When we come back, we'll hear from a particular Lisbon Bronco or two. We'll recap the Region 1 scoreboard and the Region 1 standings. That's all still to come here tonight as the Lisbon Broncos win it in 5, 19-25, 19-25, 25-22, 25-19, and 15-4 here this evening. Again, the Broncos win it in 5 on your liveevent.com.
At Olson Accounting, they tackle it all with a variety of services to help your business, from payroll, audit, strategic planning, and taxes. Plus, they'll protect your individual financial and retirement planning like an offensive line working together to protect the quarterback on the field. Let the team at Olson Accounting help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
As you see it here with that 1,000 career assists here for Kaya Sweet, taking a couple of photo opportunities with her teammates, also with some of the Lisbon Bronco fans here in attendance as well. The out-of-town scoreboard here in Region 1, winning it in 4 sets, Central Cass over Tri-State, and then sweeps across the board. Other than that, match in this match here tonight in Lisbon. Northern Cass won it in 3 in Colfax. Oak Grove wins it in 3 tonight against Enderlin in Fargo, and winning it in 3 in Hankinson over the Maple River Raiders are the Pirates as well. So the latest Region 1 standings look like this. Northern Cass now at 9-0 in the region. White Bear Lidgerwood is 8-1. Fargo Oak Grove is 7-2, and Sargent County is 6-3. That is your top 4. In 5th place, Hankinson at 6-3. Maple River is currently tied for 6 at 5-4 with Central Cass, but the Squirrels on the head-to-head. Lisbon now is 8th with a 4-5 record, and then you have Kindred and 9th as they drop to 3-6. Tri-State at 1-8, Enderlin at 0-9, and the Richland Colts at 0-9 as well. But with the win for Lisbon, they are currently in their own position with a 4-5 mark in Region 1 play. We're back after this as we'll hear from Kaya Sweet. That's next here on your live event.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
RDK Enterprises is searching for candidates to fill multiple positions. These customer-facing positions require a high level of organization, workflow management skills, the ability to work with and lead others, problem-solving skills, and the drive to deliver an outstanding customer experience. Available positions include shop foreman and service technician. Compensation package based on experience. If interested in joining our team, upload your resume at planterdoc.com.
Join us now from the Lisbon Broncos as part of our post-game show. She is Kaya Sweet. Kaya, congratulations. You're able to get 3 straight matches here last week against Enderlin. You went on the road against Ellendale 1-4, and now you win in 5. Megan Johnson mentioned in the pregame show saying, you know what, maybe even losses or wins as of late, you've played really tight matches, and now this team is understanding how to win and what to take. I know you don't ever want to go down 2 sets to none in volleyball, but what was this comeback like from your point of view here, Kaya?
It was amazing. We haven't beat Kindred in what seems like for a long time because they were really good there for a while. So when we came out here and did 5 sets, it was amazing. So
what was different from the first 2 to kind of get some momentum in the third and carry that with you, where you pretty much led for the majority, if not almost the entirety of the 4th and the 5th set?
When we came in the huddle, we just talked about the things that we needed to fix, and we decided that if someone's having an off game, that means someone has to step up, and really the whole team has to step up and have a good game altogether. So. And
it's nice to finish with some milestones as well. You did it on the road. You got honored here tonight, obviously taking some photos with some family and friends. What does it mean to get over 1,000 career assists here as a senior with this volleyball program?
I would have never thought I would have gotten it if I was like a freshman. But I really have to thank it to all my hitters and my coaches for making the hitters hit the ball, not just tip it all the time, but put the ball to the ground. So. Yeah, and you got Kyra Heckrow who can do that, Clarissa Hoffer, we saw Keller, we saw Jillian do that. What's it like as a setter? Because a lot of people know that, okay, and rightfully so, Kyra can, launch them and get up and hit them really hard. But when you can have Clarissa, when you can have a McKenna also out there, what does that do from your point of view as a setter? Well, we know people are going to target Kyra. They have all year, so I just talk with my hitters that, I'm trusting you, and I know you can do it to hit the ball. So now you get one more day of school, a little break off, then you get back on the road. You get 2 really tough matchups, but also matchups that will kind of what you will see in the Region 1 tournament with Northern Cass and Sargent County. So what do you hope to take from this last week and a half of volleyball to close out the regular season and then find yourself hopefully in that quarterfinal round here on your home court? I really just want to soak it all in. These games are going to be hard, but we can compete with these teams, if not, hopefully win. So, yeah. Kaya, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck moving forward. Thank you. Kaya Sweet, our player of the game, will continue after this as we'll hear from Megan Johnson from the Broncos.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Join us is the head coach for the Lisbon Broncos. That is Megan Johnson. Megan, before we talk about this volleyball match, let's chat about Kaya Sweet, your senior here, able to get 1,000 career assists in Ellendale. We saw her get noticed before the match, and after the match, it's a little bit sweeter to take some photos and hugs with family and friends in a 5-set comeback victory. But what does Kaya mean to this volleyball program, and more importantly, getting that 1,000 career assists, surpassing that plateau?
Yeah, she has fought through a lot. I mean, she is not our only setter on the team, but our main setter. I mean, if I don't have to take her out, I never will. I mean, tonight she struggled a little bit mentally, and she knew that, and we told her she just had to regain herself, refocus, and, I mean, she definitely did that and finally got some connections. Not being able, or not her starting or playing a whole lot, her first 2 years of high school, she had olders in front of her. She's really gained a lot of her assists in the last 2 years, which is amazing. I mean, she's there, she's all around, she gets there, and the girls are definitely behind her to put the ball away.
And the one thing, too, with this particular team, it was kind of foreshadowing almost in our pregame show where you said, we found ways to compete and be point for point with teams, we whether we win or lose, but we found ways to win as of late. Now you won your 3rd straight match. I kind of told Kaya that, you don't want to go down 2-love ever in volleyball match, but what did you see from your team after that second to say, you know what, yeah, we're down 2-0, but let's find a way to win and keep plugging along and seeing if we can finally get it to the 5th and see if we can finally win this match. What did you see the difference from the first 2 sets to the last 3 sets, Megan?
Yeah, I mean, they kind of forget that they're seniors this year. So actually getting them to go out and believe that they can do it and believe that they are good enough is something we kind of been struggling with all season. I mean, they've never really had to step up and do that senior thing before. So now I feel like they're kind of getting it. So you kind of bring that into their mindset and they go, oh, yeah, right. So I told them, I'm like, hey, get out there. I hope you're in for the long run because we're going 5, so we got to prove it.
And it's not this is a large win. You guys are in 8th place right now if the season ended today, but there's still 2 matches yet to go. And the nice thing is you do own the game in hand, and you're going to play against some pretty good competition moving forward against Northern Cass and Sargent County, which would be teams that you could potentially very well easily see in 2 weeks here in Lisbon. So what do you hope to take away from this particular match, knowing that, okay, you swept, you won in 4, now you won in 5. What do you hope to take away moving forward here against 2 really quality clubs in the Jags and the Bulldogs?
Yeah, just playing consistently. I mean, we see up and down, and we have some really good runs, and then we let them back in, and sometimes they take it away from us. So just being overall consistent and being aggressive, I think, will really help us in the next week.
Megan, thanks so much for your time. Enjoy a couple days off of school, and best of luck next week on Tuesday against the Jags.
Thank you.
Megan Johnson, head coach for Lisbon, will put a bow on this one when we return here on your live event.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
As we finish this one off again here in Lisbon, Broncos win it in 5, 19-25, 19-25, 25-22, 25-19, and 15-4. The Broncos now 3, make that 4 and 5 in Region 1, 13 and 16 on the season. They'll play next at Northern Cass a week from tonight here on your live event. The Vikings drop to 15 and 20 and 3 and 6 in Region 1. Their next game with the rivals of Central Cass on Tuesday. On behalf of Megan Johnson and Karina Ashburn for joining us in the pregame show, and alongside Kaya Sweet for joining us in the postgame show, I'm Chase Miller. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night, and make sure you go to yourliveevent.com for more regular season and postseason coverage across North Dakota and Minnesota. Until then, enjoy the rest of your week.